Hey everyone. I'm sure this isn't the intro you were expecting, but I want to talk about something a little more personal and serious to me real quick. Over a year ago, I lost a good friend of mine to suicide. And then a few weeks ago, another one of my friends died the same way. Suicide is a very difficult topic and something that is never easy to process or stomach. Suicide is the 11th leading cause of death in the US, and a majority of those deaths are led by men, which both of my friends were. It is a very tough thing to watch. It's gut-wrenching to see that so many people see it as the only solution, the only way out. It's not. Suicide is never the answer, and it's never a good way out. We at the Belligerent Bastards podcast are strong advocates for suicide prevention. So we urge you, I urge you, to check in on your friends and loved ones. Make sure that they know that they are valued, loved, cared for, and that they are not alone. If you or anybody you know are struggling with your mental health or suicidal thoughts or actions, talk it out. Breathe. And call the Suicide and Crisis Hotline at 988. I repeat, that is the Suicide and Crisis Hotline at 988. Also consider donating to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, the Trevor Project, or any other charities for suicide prevention. And to anybody listening who may be struggling, I can guarantee you that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You are valued, you matter, and you are not alone. Take care of each other, you guys.
Thank you for that wonderful message, Logan. Now, without further ado, let's get started with this episode.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Belligerent Bastards. I'm Logan, and I'm here with my two co-hosts, Trevor and Aidan. Go on, say hello. Don't be shy. They don't bite.
Hey, I'm Trevor.
Yo, I'm Aidan.
All right. Unfortunately, Cooper cannot be with us this episode. He is still busy with college work, but we can guarantee that he'll be back next episode whenever we decide to record that.
We actually have something planned.
Yes,
We have
we're
something
actually got like forethought and planning.
Yeah,
That's
dude, we
great.
got a little. We have a little roadmap. It's pretty
I
cool.
know, isn't that crazy?
We're like a business.
Yeah.
Hell,
Before we get into our current topic for today, let me just ask the $1,000,000 question here. How y'all doing?
All right, actually, you know what? I have a big story, so Aiden, go first.
okay. I'm doing pretty good. A game that the game Funko Fusion, right? It came out like this past fall, and I got it back in January, and it's flawed, it's buggy, it's difficult, it's completely like it does not hold your hand at all. It does not tell you where you need to go at all. It just kind of hopes you figure it out. But my god, I love this game. It is a cool crossover game. It's got a bunch of universal properties. So you got like Jurassic Park, mainly World, but still. You got like He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Back to the
That's a
Future.
whole world. Back to the Future, there's a level for that. There's a level for Invincible. There's a level for The Mummy. There's a level for No. Voltron is playable. Chucky is playable. Michael Knight from Knight Rider is playable. It's a fun game. The Five Nights at Freddy's level in particular is pretty fun. But commercially and critically, it was a total flop because of all the issues I mentioned earlier. But the Switch version finally got its DLC after like months. We were supposed to get it in January, but we finally got it, and I spent $60, and I regret none of it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest. That game completely flew under my radar. Like, I had no idea that it came out. Well, I did. I just completely forgot about it.
If you do ever end up picking it up, like, go in expecting it to be an unplayable, buggy mess, so when it's not, you'll actually enjoy yourself.
Do we got like a cyberpunk situation on our hands, fellas?
Well, there is like these new little screens at the back of all the different hub areas that say updates coming soon. So apparently they got something cooking up over at 1010 Games. So Funko Fusion, I hope you got a bright future. You kind of you fumbled on arrival, but hopefully you can save it.
I saw Funko Fusion, like it's coming out. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. A bunch of pop cultures coming together as a playable game. Like, that hasn't been done before. I don't know. I feel like I see a lot of that lately, like Fortnite, and what's another example? Like
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, yeah, Mortal Kombat. Just, it's getting old. It's getting old.
I get it. I get where you're coming from. Here's my view on it. I like crossover games when they're made to be crossover games. From the ground up crossover games.
Like Lego Dimensions?
Lego Dimensions, Funko Fusion, Smash Brothers, Disney Infinity. Games like those, they were built from the ground up to be crossover games of taking elements from all these different properties and mashed them all together for fun little adventures.
No, I get that. No, I get that 100%. Like Fortnite in the beginning, it had its own individual characters, but now you got Rick Sanchez and Goku fucking shooting guns at each other while Ariana Grande does the fucking gritty in front of you.
Hello, Peter. Welcome to Fortnite. But yeah, like chapter 1 of Fortnite had like an actually interesting plot and story, but like then chapter 2 comes along. First season's pretty damn solid, and season 2 is just Marvel, straight Marvel. You want anything else that sucks, Marvel. And it was like that was kind of the beginning of the end for Fortnite for me. I'll be honest, I've picked it back up because that festival game mode is really scratching my rhythm game itch, but regardless.
I feel like this is like a whole nother episode's worth of bitching, honestly.
Oh yeah, we can do the Fortnite episode at some point.
Oh, yeah. No, I can't wait for the Fortnite episode. That's gonna be fun. But, Logan, anything new? Because I want to save mine for last, because I got a big, I got like one of those stories.
Really nothing new. Well, kind of, sort of. I'm still kind of reeling from last night because I was with my boyfriend and we were watching the latest episode of 911. I don't know if any of y'all watched that or not. Um, I'm gonna avoid spoilers because I don't know if anybody listening hasn't caught up on that yet. But
Hey everyone, just a quick little warning. Logan is about to spoil 911. So go to the description below and look at the timestamp to skip that. Yep, that's pretty much it.
we both watched it and they killed fucking the main captain of the LA Fire Department for the 118. They fucking killed him off for basically no reason other than shock factor.
Damn.
And it was really sad, but it was also just there was no reason for it because the writing really didn't like naturally progress to him dying and shit. It just kind of felt the same way that it did when Brian died in Family Guy. You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, should we have a spoiler warning for that? I don't feel like we should.
I mean, that's like what, 20 years old now?
Like 12, 10. It's kind of like a Snape kills Dumbledore situation.
If you don't know by now.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
It just felt like that kind of situation. It just left a very bitter taste in my mouth and his as well. We were just like ranting about it back and forth for like an hour or so. Both saying like that's a really cheap way to do it. That's really lazy writing and shit. Like doing it for shock factor with no natural like build up to it. And he made a really good point, and I was agreeing with him. And he said, when you're writing, everything has to have a reason, and that did not have a reason.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll be sure to put a warning for that. And then, if without further ado, I got a story, and it really pissed me off.
All right, do tell.
Ooh.
So basically, April is a big month for my family because everybody, like half the family's birthday, fucking happens in like within a week. So you got my dad's on the 13th, you got my stepmom's on the 18th, and then you got my stepsister's on the 20th.
Happy birthday to your stepmom.
But yeah, today is her birthday.
To date the episode, I guess.
Yeah, as of we're recording it, yes, it is today. So yeah, I appreciate that. So my sister's in New Mexico right now, so she can't really be here, but I did send her a little package. I did something special for my dad. I bought him a cake, or a little cake for him, and I like kind of like in frosting wrote like happy birthday dad. And then I wanted to do something special for Maria, my stepmom. And
Okay.
so I wanted to make dinner for her because
Mhm.
dinner's always a hassle because like either I'm making dinner, she's making dinner, my dad's making dinner, and it's something that we it's a never ending battle, like who's cooking dinner tonight, you know what I mean? So I asked, hey, what do you want for dinner? And I couldn't do it on her actual birthday because she's going out. So I did Tuesday because that's when I would be here. And she's like, I want chicken marsala. And you make a mean chicken marsala, Trevor.
You make chicken marsala?
Yeah, I can make them. That's like my specialty. That's my specialty. It's like my one.
Logan, we need to get this man to cook for the gang.
You need to get me to cook because I could cook some really good shit.
Oh, no,
too.
no, yeah.
Dog. My dad kept all of the cooking skills. I can't cook for shit, dog.
Yeah, no, my family taught me how to cook. However, they always tell me that, like, Trevor, there's something about when you fry food. When you with chicken marsala, what you do is you cake it in flour, and then you have like a cast iron skillet, and you put olive oil on that motherfucker, and then you like kind of like fry it a little bit, so it's kind of like breaded. It's kind of like breaded chicken.
God
And-
damn,
and-
that sounds good.
And I have that down to a fucking science. Like, I am the best when it comes to that. So she wanted chicken marsala. So it's like the day of, and I'm like getting ingredients. So I go to my local Giant Eagle, and if anyone who is not an Ohio based or around the area or around the states, a Giant Eagle is kind of like, the Florida's Winn-Dixie. It's kind of like it's a grocery store.
Is it really only native to Ohio?
Well, I've heard,
Apparently.
yeah, I actually figured this out like kind of like a couple of years ago. I was in Michigan, and we were talking about a grocery store, and I mentioned Giant Eagle, and she was like, "What's that?" I'm like, Giant Eagle, the grocery store. It's kind of like there's a bunch of locations everywhere, and she's like, "No, I haven't heard of it." And I'm in Michigan.
I mean, yeah, my friend from California hasn't even like heard of it, which I guess that makes sense, but my friend from New England, I think, has. So I don't know. I don't really know where all the different.
It's more in the Midwest. It's a Midwest thing. So, like, I think Pennsylvania has a couple. But anyway, yeah, so I go to there, and I'm like, I'm getting ingredients and shit. And so I go to the cooking wine section, because to make a chicken marsala, you need something that's called marsala wine, cooking wine.
What? Nah. Really?
Yeah, yeah, that that's what makes a chicken marsala a chicken marsala.
That is crazy.
So I look around, and so I'm like, let's see, red cooking wine, white cooking wine, vinegar, and I'm like, huh? And I look around, what the? It's not here. It's not here. So I look again and again and again. I look in other aisles, and then I'm like, shit, I really hate doing this, but I'm gonna have to ask for help.
God.
So I go up to the meat counter, because I didn't see any other associate at the time. And the guy, he's like a very nice guy. He's an older gentleman. I think he's like in his 60s. Um, and I'm like, hey, listen, I know this is not probably your area of expertise, but do you know where I can find the Marsala wine? And he's like, have you checked in the like the vinegar section? I'm like, yes, I checked in the vinegar section.
No, I just thought I'd ask immediately.
Yeah, no, I hate people who do that, who ask
Mhm.
immediately. I'm
Mhm.
like, bro, just take a minute, just take a second, which I did take a second to look. And so he's like, oh yeah, there's a guy over there. You see, like, he's in a black shirt. And at Giant Eagle, you can't really tell who's an employee and who's not an employee. It's not like I'm walking around Target and I see a dude in a red shirt and I'm like, hey, but like so it's a little harder to figure out who's an employee and who's not. So he pointed out the guy, and he's like, "Oh, I would get him before he gets away." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" And I go and I kind of go over, and then boom, he's in the back of the fucking warehouse.
Wow.
And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" So I look again, and then I'm like, "Okay, I don't see anybody else. I'm gonna go to cashier." So I'm waiting in line. I think I'm like one person behind, and I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and then I go to the cashier. And I'm like, "Hey, listen, I'm looking for the Marsala wine. Do you know where that could be? Did you look by the vinegar?" "Yes, I looked by the vinegar. Do you know where else it could be?" And she's like, "Well, do you is it did you check in the spice section?" I'm like, "No." So I looked in the spike section. Spike spice. I don't know why I'm saying spike. It's
Spice
spice.
section. Let the spice
Spice.
flow.
Yeah. Spices, all the spices, bro. But no, so I looked by the spices, and you guessed it, not there either. So it's been 30 minutes, and this should have been like a 10-minute, 15-minute trip tops, and
Mhm.
I'm kind of getting impatient. So then I go to the alcohol section. There's like a liquor section in Giant Eagle, and I go there, and I'm like, listen, dude, I'm desperate. I literally tell him I'm desperate. Do you know where the Marsala wine is? And he's like, oh, and he follows me and he shows me actual Marsala wine. It's not cooking wine, but it's actual Marsala wine. He's like, you could probably use it for cooking. I'm like, no, I'm looking for actual cooking Marsala wine. But I appreciate you helping me out.
Mhm. And
And
this
he's like, but this guy came in clutch. He's like, do you want me to like say on the loudspeaker that you need help in this aisle? I'm like, and I look at him dead in the eyes and I don't say anything else but please.
Mhm.
Please. And he's like, okay. So then I'm waiting for 5 minutes in the section, and then associate comes by. I raise my hand. I'm like, oh hey, it's me. And he's like looking around the vinegar section. He's like, let's see. Yep, we don't have a tag for this. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have a tag for this? And he's like, we just don't like we don't have like we have it in the Giant Eagle stock, but we don't have scanner in the, it's not in our system.
So you have it, but you can't sell it to me anyway?
That's what I'm saying. And I'm like sitting there, I'm just really I'm trying to contain myself. And I
Uh-huh.
go up and I'm like going up to this guy. I'm like, listen, it's my stepmom's birthday. And I really wanted to cook a chicken marsala for her because that is my specialty. And I said, you know what? It is what it is. And he's like, oh, dude, I'm really sorry. I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna check out my stuff. I'm gonna leave. He's like, we'll try to fix it for next time. So I'm like, yeah, okay. And mind you, while all this was happening, there were like other people in the store. There was like an old woman saying, "You still looking for that chicken marsala wine?" And I'm like, "Yes, I still am. I still am." Because I've been in the vinegar section for fucking 10 minutes. So I leave and then I go to the fucking place that I hate to go, but I had no other choice. Walmart.
Bum,
God.
bum.
So I went to Walmart and so first thing I see when I go in the vinegar section, Marsala wine. Grab that, like I angrily grab that shit and I kind of like heavy foot to the self checkout and I check it out and then I go home and I start cooking dinner. But I know I feel like it's kind of petty, but at the same time I feel like I'm valid. Like
No, that's frustrating. It's just
it's
like
uh
no
yeah.
one can give you a straight answer.
No. Yeah, nobody's like, "Did you check the vinegar section?" Yes! I did!
You mean where it was supposed to be? Yeah.
All right, well, that's my story. That's my small talk. But besides that, I just finals and working on that. Besides that, I'm sorry. That took a lot of our time, but like,
No, that's valid.
it's just, I had to get that off my chest and I really wanted to. It's kind of, has anyone seen Distractable? I know Aiden
Yeah.
has. This is going to be our Bob's fridge.
Is this gonna be your Bob's fridge? The fucking
Yeah, this is gonna be our Bob's fridge. This is Trevor's Marsala wine.
Trevor's one. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
But yep. Without further ado, let's move on to the topic, and it's a very prevalent topic, at least right now.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna write aside. We're gonna be talking about the fucking Minecraft movie.
The Minecraft movie.
They love crushing loaf.
They love crushing.
Yeah. So really, where do we where do I even start with this?
Well, first off, I'm just want to just quickly say I rewatched the clip. The line is they love crushing a loaf.
They love crushing a loaf, so that they're not. They
Yeah.
don't say, "Oh my." Okay.
Yeah, I
Damn.
know. My friend Noah will not believe me. Like
believe
he's watched the clip. I've heard him watch the clip, and I heard it in the clip, and he's like, "They don't say a at all."
Really? Like
And I'm like, "Dog, it's like right there."
I swear, he's like, they like to chill, trade, and eat buttloads of bread. They love crushing loaf. I swear that's what he says.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah, no, I've rewatched the clip and it's a loaf. Now I could be misremembering entirely, but I watched the clip. Anyway,
Anyway,
Trevor,
so,
future Trevor, put that clip in.
yeah,
Put
the
that clip
clip
in.
in.
Put that clip
Play it
in.
right now.
They love crushing a loaf.
Aiden, I listened to that clip a bunch of times. I swear to God, it says crushing loaf. You motherfucker, you lied.
All right.
All right, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, future
Thank
Trevor.
you, future Trevor.
I'm sorry that I gave you extra work, but it was it was for clarity.
anyways,
YouTube to mp3.com. YouTube to mp3.com.
you know, I don't even know where to start with this movie, bro. Because like, it's been what, like about 2 weeks since we saw it, I think, right?
It's
Does
been
that
2
sound about
weeks
right?
since we saw it. 2 weeks
Yeah.
since opening night, and
Yeah.
every night it has been cops called, endless seas of popcorn, and actual belligerent people.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I know we call ourselves the belligerent bastards, but they take belligerent to a whole nother level.
Y'all.
Yeah, no, because one of my friends saw the Minecraft movie like last week, and somebody fucking set off a firework in his theater during the chicken jockey scene, and they didn't get to finish the movie. They got kicked out.
Oh. So, I want to give context. We couldn't invite Cooper because he's in another state, but us three plus another friend of mine named Alex. Alex, shout out. I know you're watching this. We all got tickets to the opening night. Well, I mean, there was like a thing before, but like this was like the day that it was supposed to release. And we all kind of went, and there wasn't really much popcorn flying and slushy chucking, but there was but people were loud.
Oh yeah, like
Louder than Endgame. I swear
yeah,
to God.
Cheers louder than Endgame. Cheers louder than No Way Home, dog. Like this shit was insane.
And I cheered when Steve said they love crushing loaf, I ain't gonna lie. Or love crushing a loaf.
Yeah, now
That
now
too.
you gotta
God.
rebriar your brain in order to.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Aidan.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, no, our audience was actually relatively chill.
They were civil.
They were civil, mostly.
Honestly, there was that one dude who was down fucking devious for Jennifer Coolidge, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're. Would you like to come to dinner?
Yes! No, no, literally, that's what happened.
That's literally what happened.
Whenever she come on
The
screen,
guy was like,
everybody-
"What's the actor's name? What's the actor's name?" And Logan goes, "Oh, it's Jennifer Coolidge." Like he literally said, "It's Jennifer Coolidge." I bet that's like in that dude's search engine by the time he got
Gotta
home.
be,
Yeah,
yeah.
like if you looked up, I'm sure you could see the glow of his phone as he was typing.
Anytime they would come on screen, or it'd be like Jeff Coach and Villager, like anytime they'd be on screen, everybody would always be like, "Ooh," like it's fucking
Yeah.
or some shit.
You know, I didn't notice this, but I did find this out. But like in that scene where they're oh, by the way, I just want to clarify. We're spoiling the Minecraft movie, but
Oh yeah, we're just gonna straight up spoil the movie. It's happening.
it's happening. I'm sure a lot of people don't give a shit, but I thought I say it here.
Yeah, for sure.
But in the scene where I don't even know what her like actual name of the movie is, but Jennifer Coolidge and the villager when they're like at dinner, Jeb was one of the waiters.
Yeah, the waiter was Jeb, and apparently during the auction sequence when Dan TDM was there,
I did see Dan TDM.
apparently Afmao was also somewhere around there. So if you watched her as a kid, she's there too.
I immediately recognized Dan TDM. I didn't recognize.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's had his webcam on for like the past what 8 years.
Yeah, I grew up with Dan TDM. I love watching his
yeah.
Minecraft videos. They were that shit was my childhood, dude. And like, it's crazy to like me being 21 right now and seeing this man have a wife and kid.
Yeah. I keep getting his community posts because I never like unsubscribe to him. I've stopped watching him, but I still get his community posts, and he's just like, "No upload this week, spending time with my son," and I'm just like, "You go, Dan! Like, fuck yeah!"
Dan is living his best life, and I love him for it.
But you know who wasn't living his best life? Garrett, the garbage man Garrison.
Oh, Garrett, dude. Listen. I have some thoughts about Garrett. I don't know why I'm misremembering Jason Momoa.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. I get it that he's comic relief, but he just
You didn't like him?
no. It's just he didn't fit in the comic relief. He didn't fit. It's just every time I see him, it's just this serious looking motherfucker wearing a pink jacket.
Mm-hmm.
You could still be the toughest guy in the room or toughest looking guy in the room, even if you're wearing the most ridiculous shit. But it just, I couldn't take his comedic seriously because he just looked so stern. You know what I mean?
I get it. I get what you mean. God.
That one thing, like, I really gotta mention that, like, I feel I'm gonna get a whole lot of shit for. I could not stand Jack Black in that movie.
Yeah, I
I
understand.
feel like you're not in the minority.
He was doing way too much.
He
Like,
was doing way too much. He was riffing the whole movie.
I feel like that's why the whole movie became a meme, just because of the way he would say Minecraft objects. It would literally be, insert Minecraft item right here, and then everybody will go fucking ape shit.
it's fucking ridiculous, bro. Like,
Flint
and
steel, the nether.
Yeah, no, like just the way he says it. Seriously, I bet he could have said, "This is a dead bush," and everybody would have gone crazy.
Everyone would have lost their minds.
don't even get me started on when he fucking said, "First we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft."
I couldn't even hear that part because people were cheering so loud.
God, my eyes rolled in the back of my fucking head during that bit. Like, oh man.
Did you know in the Minecraft movie, Jason Momoa's character, Garrett, says he doesn't have any friends his own age. But then the main character Henry, who's only 14, becomes his first friend. This is a reference to Minecraft YouTube.
I did see that. I did see that clip somewhere. I know what you're talking about. I saw that short. God. I don't think that's what they were trying to do, but
That's
okay, buddy.
definitely not even close, but it's hilarious.
Oh yeah, one thing I also want to mention is the Technoblade
The Technoblade reference.
the
Yeah.
Technoblade reference,
That was
and
really sweet, though. I'll give him that. That was
I think that was amazing. And you know what? So what I found out was the actor who played Henry,
Mhm.
he's the one who suggested like, hey, can we put this reference in?
Mhm.
So
Oh, that's
if he
cool. That's
didn't
cool.
speak up, if little bro didn't speak up, we wouldn't have that. So I want to fucking tip my hat to that guy.
Yeah, for real.
Tip my hat to that little man.
Little man. Yeah,
Little man.
he's going places. I feel like if I explain the plot of the Minecraft movie,
You wouldn't
they'll be like,
believe
"Wait,
me.
that happened?" Because the story is like a saltine cracker. It's got nothing on it. It's just plain.
It's just very by the numbers. It's just a very nothing burger of a story.
I know. Like there was like there was like this little inkling that I think the girl's name's Natalie in the story, but her
The
like
fact that we
her
can remember anyone's names is actually impressive.
I don't remember
that is impressive. I'll say that.
I don't remember the black lady's name.
Yeah, I do not remember her name, which is actually awkward.
It's kind of I'm not racist, I swear.
Yes.
But I forget what Dawn.
It's,
Her name's
Dawn.
Dawn.
Yeah.
Dawn.
Okay. Ha! Not this time internet. Let's see. Yeah, so Natalie and Henry, they move into this weird ass Idaho town, and they're I guess they're both a part of a family of a single mom, and like she passed away. And then like literally in the beginning of the movie they just mentioned that, and then they never mentioned it since.
Wait, hang on. Let me get one thing straight. They were in Idaho.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I think that was the whole thing about because the older sister went to get a job as like a marketing manager for this like potato chip company. And I felt like that was the whole bit. Idaho, potatoes, you know what I mean? I could be misremembering the state.
I
Speaking of
stopped paying attention at one point, and I just started going along with whatever the audience was doing because I was just.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
paying attention to a certain extent.
Speaking of potatoes, potatoes, French fries, McDonald's. That's the transition. So, the McDonald's a Minecraft movie meal. Am I right, fellas?
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
I've gotten two. I've gotten the Nuggies. The quote unquote nether sauce is just like straight Frank's. It's just straight Frank's red sauce.
Put that
Like
shit on everything.
it's got like a little bit of like peppercorn, like crushed peppercorn or whatever in it.
They
Get like a little
love
bit of
crushed
something in it.
peppercorn.
I don't know. I might be saying I might be just saying some random seasoning, but like I don't know what the fuck they actually put in it. But there's like little tiny particulates of something in there.
Like red pepper flakes, probably.
That might be it. That might something like that. But they give you toys even in the adult ones. So I got a soda potion, which is like just a Minecraft potion stylized to look like they're soda cups.
You know what happens when you mix hot lava and chicken?
God, if I hear that, God fucking chicken, steamed lava chicken, yeah, steamy as hell.
Ooh, mamacita, now you're ringing the bell. Crispy and juicy, now you're having a snack. Ooh, super spicy, it's a lava attack.
I hate both of you.
Man, I hit that shit.
Yeah, you hit that was impressive. Another one I got, I didn't even know I could get this one. I got this little zombified hamburglar.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. The other ones, the ones that I know about anyway, you can get a Big Mac block. It's just a cube that's textured to look like a Big Mac. In like the pixelized Minecraft 16 by 16 style and whatnot. There's also a spawn egg that looks like a grimace, and a netherite helmet stylized to look like a thing of fries.
I'm gonna just round of applause for McDonald's because that was creative.
Yeah, they fucking cooked with these things.
Anyways, back to the movie. It could have been so good. It could have been really something really special. But it was just pure brain rot.
Yeah,
I don't know how
it
to
was.
describe it.
I feel like that's any children's movies nowadays. They have like all these immediate jokes and bits and memes for kids to keep their attention spans.
Yeah. And I guess one could argue that we're not the target audience for this, but like,
Which is fair.
Then again, kids deserve better, man. Like, they deserve
No, I mean,
Not the
take-
target audience, but that's the audience they got. There wasn't a single child in that fucking theater.
Oh my god! In our theater, there was just honestly nothing but teenagers and people probably in their 20s.
One
Yeah,
younger
yeah.
than 15, I'm telling you.
people within our age demographic. Yeah, yeah.
Because that's the age, like the late teens and early 20s is the age of the people who grew up playing this game right now.
Yeah, you're right. I think Minecraft came out in 2011.
The beta came out in 2009, but the game itself officially came out in 2011.
Okay, well, 2011. I think we were at least me and Logan. I think we were like in kindergarten, first grade.
No, because my kindergarten was like 2009, and you guys are a grade ahead of me.
Really?
Yeah.
No, because my kindergarten was 2011, 2012. Or not my kindergarten, my first grade. And the only reason I remember that is because me and Logan graduated in the year 2022. So remove that 2 out of 2022, you got 12. You got 12 grades. You know?
Math, yay.
Well, actually not 12 grades.
13 if you count.
Oh shit. Yeah,
kindergarten.
maybe I'm miscounting. I don't know. But we're like elementary school. We were all in elementary school. So I think that was like the prime time of people discovering Minecraft.
I am so glad I saw that shitstone.
What?
Oh yeah, I was high, by the way. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, right.
I was totally stoned.
Yeah, you had your geek bar ready and everything.
Yeah. Well, technically it was lost THC brand.
Whatever.
But like, yeah, I very much enjoyed it a lot more. I even told my friend, it's just like, hey, if you're gonna go see it, like pregame a little, and she was just like, I would, but my brother's a narc. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Okay, guys, to clarify, Ohio is weed's legal. So
Yeah, weed's legal. Sorry, I keep forgetting that it's not like legalized everywhere yet.
Yeah, so so please don't
Don't snitch.
Don't be snitching.
listen, we're all in Ohio. They just passed it a year ago. Just be chill, okay?
Be chill. Be chill. God, speaking of weed, I have work later, so I just can't. I'm bored all day, I guess. Anyway,
But yeah, no, like just I feel like it's very hard to really talk about the Minecraft movie without talking about the experience in the theater. The movie
God.
itself was dog shit. I'm gonna just say that right now. But the theater was awesome. So like, it's a very much like a double-edged sword here.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny as shit seeing everybody clap and cheer at all the random shit and just like looking around at you guys being like, why the fuck are we clapping? After each of Jack Black's songs or like after each B moment. It was funny as shit. I can't even lie about that. Confusing but funny. But
It's just like you can't help but like match everybody else's energy, and then you have a good
yeah,
time.
yeah, it's very infectious. Yeah, even though the movie sucks, but I don't know. The energy, it was. I was rocking with it.
Logan, you already told us this, but what Logan likes to do sometimes in our Discord is he likes to, if he sees a movie, he likes to write a little review, and then he like gives his thoughts on it, and then he gives it like a something out of 10. So Logan, if you don't mind, what give us that little bit for the audience.
All right, let me pull that up right now. Actually,
I think you did start along the lines of off the rip, this movie's dog shit.
I mean, the only reason that I feel like I enjoyed it is because I got all the references, and just like the audience, the energy of the audience made it fun. But I feel like if I were like in my basement watching it by myself, I'd be like, what the fuck is even happening? Like,
yeah,
this-
if I watched it on my own time, I would not be having a good time.
yeah.
I mean, I had a good time, but it doesn't mean the movie was good.
Yeah.
Anyways, I got to pull it up right here. So, as promised, the Minecraft movie review. Terrible movie, but it was awesome to experience in the theater. The visuals looked great, but the story felt very nothing and half-assed. I wasn't really fucking with Jack Black's performance, and it's just not a good movie at all. However, the theater was funny as fuck. Everybody was clapping and cheering for all the meme clips and other random shit. And I shit you not, I think the chicken jockey moment was even louder than Endgame. Which is true, it was. You should have seen how loud that theater was. I'm surprised we didn't get the cops called on or something like that. But anyways, it was just
That
pure
trend hadn't
brain rot.
started yet. It was only opening night.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
no, we caught it just in time.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
we're
we
lucky.
did. Yeah. It was just pure brain rot, and it was so fucking funny, bro. But don't get me wrong, the movie sucked, but the experience is fucking awesome. Movie itself, 3 out of 10. Theater experience, 76 out of 10. Okay, that's it.
That's a valid review.
Yeah.
There's one thing I do want to mention. Hang on. Ugh, excuse me. But
Excuse you.
I'm keeping that in. But
Oh my god.
what was I gonna say? So I'm not sure if you guys have saw, but they're now before every viewing of the Minecraft movie, they're having, I guess, a warning saying, "Hey, shitheads, don't chuck
Yeah,
popcorn."
behave.
Don't do stupid shit.
Like it went along the lines of, "You are now watching a Minecraft movie. Please stay in your seats and remain quiet so other people can enjoy it. And also, don't chuck your popcorn like an ender pearl." Like verbatim, like I remember the "don't chuck your popcorn like an ender pearl."
I feel like that would only encourage them to do it more.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it worked.
I guarantee you, somebody in that audience that night was like ender pearl and fucking
And like,
chucks
well,
his
now I'm
popcorn.
throwing it.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention one thing about one of the screenings that I that I've been seeing online. So, not only were people like getting up and screaming and shit during chicken jockey, but somebody brought an actual live chicken into the theater. I saw.
I saw that.
Yeah,
Someone shouted Flint and Steel and threw a Molotov cocktail once at one place.
No way. No way.
I'm being
No fucking
100% with
way.
you. I'm being 100% with you. I saw this briefly. I was just scrolling, but like this is an actual headline.
You're gonna have to send me that shit later.
Yes, please send it
I
in the
gotta
Discord.
find it again.
Send it
But
in
yeah.
the Discord.
Yeah, people have just been losing their fucking collective minds over not only that moment, just the movie in general.
This whole country's falling apart.
Where the fuck did that come from?
No. I mean, first, everybody. Okay, I get the screaming and I get the shouting and I get maybe the popcorn throwing. Okay, I can get that a little bit. However, bringing a live chicken into the movie theater,
Setting off fireworks.
setting
throwing
off fireworks,
Setting
throwing
Molotov
Molotov cocktails.
Yo,
What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with people?
I don't know.
What?
Like, where the fuck is theater etiquette gone?
So after the Minecraft movie, I saw what's it? It's called Warfare with my stepbrother.
I still gotta
Oh
see that one.
yeah, I saw trailers for that.
Yeah, and I'm walking in and I'm like, I go over to him and I say, "Hey, listen, don't be scared when you hear a muffled chicken jockey next door, okay?"
But yeah.
Yeah, but no, but like that movie was, everybody was respectful, everybody was quiet, well, it's because it's a different movie, it's more intense. That's the etiquette I'm looking for. But I feel like if you're looking for movie etiquette, I don't really think going to a children's movie is probably the best option.
Well, not with that, but like, I feel like lately over the past couple of years, I feel like people just kind of just stop caring about theater etiquette and shit. Mainly with the keeping your phones away and shit. Because that's one thing I've been seeing a lot more over these past couple of years. A lot more people whipping their phones out during the movie and shit, and just casually scrolling through like Instagram or some shit like that. I'm gonna sound like an old man saying this, but like, put your damn phone away.
I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, because like you're gonna pay like what, like $11-15 a pop for a ticket, and you're just gonna sit there not paying attention to the movie on your phone the whole time.
Okay, would you count it if so sometimes I have the brightness on super, super low, and I'll kind of like put like off to the side of my thigh, and as I pull it out of my pocket, I like look at my phone, I check the time discreetly.
I don't
If it's
count that.
yeah, if it's like still in your pocket and you just like pull it out ever so slightly, then yeah. But if it's like right out in the open where like, everybody can see it, then like
No, I try to be discreet about it. I also put my phone on silent. Like that's
Yeah,
like a
exactly.
number one rule. Always make sure your phone's on silent.
yeah, that I haven't had a problem with yet, like with somebody's phone going off. But like just seeing them on it, that's mainly where I have an issue with it. Because I don't know, man. Because not only is it like weird to like do that at a movie theater, but like, it's also distracting for everybody else.
Has anyone opened their parents' phone and then immediately got fucking flashbanged by the brightness?
Yeah.
No, actually, because I don't live with my parents.
I don't know, but like in the past.
No, because they don't really keep their. I mean, their brightness is not that high. They don't. They're not at that point yet. I will say though, speaking of like just theater experiences in general, if y'all mind backtracking a tiny bit, back in the good old days of 2017, when Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 came out, my dad and I went to go see it in the theaters, and we didn't realize until like 20 minutes in, we were the only ones in that theater.
Are you serious?
We got a unintentional private viewing of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yeah.
It was great.
I'm jealous.
Oh,
That
I
is-
know, it was fantastic.
The only time that has ever happened to me was so my grandma took me and my brothers to go see the live action Cinderella,
Mhm.
and there was no one there, and I wasn't really surprised.
The only time this really happened for me was it was when I saw Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark back in like 2019 or something like that. Nobody was there. And I was like, all right, cool. Horror movie. Seeing it complete by myself. Fuck yeah, I'm all for it. And then let's see. I think another time it happened was maybe last year or the year before when I saw Boy Kills World. Really underrated movie, by the way. Not enough people saw that movie. But anyways, I saw that in theaters, and I think I was the only person there aside from like maybe a theater employee or something like that.
Every time I think of like if you like told me picture a theater employee, I imagine that like dude, that like teenager from The Simpsons who's like, "Would you like fries with that?"
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know why.
Weird thing is, you're not entirely off. But anyways,
Okay, so I'm going in my mental notes to see. So like we talked about the theater destruction. We talked about
destruction is crazy. But yeah, yeah.
the Minecraft meals. We talked about, let's see, the plot. Did we get more into the plot?
What plot?
There is a plot.
It's paper thin, but it's there.
It's just, I mean, essentially the whole thing is
I was
just
following the plot. I
same
don't know
here.
about you. I was I was there. I was with it.
I was there as well. I'm the one who remembered that like the Minecraft movie took place in Idaho.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck you remembered that. And normally I'm the one who remembers random shit. So
I mean, to be honest, the movie theater was kind of chaotic.
yeah, yeah.
But like the whole thing was just Jumanji. Like, oh, we're in this new world. Oh my goodness, it's
Yeah, that's
so
exactly what it was. Yeah, yeah.
we're in Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's so overdone and I'm tired of it. It's kind of like the multiverse shit. I'm done.
Sorry, boss.
What I feel like they should have done differently, in my personal opinion, was the whole thing should have just been animated, all in that style,
Yeah, yeah.
including the people, and it should have been grounded in the Minecraft world. They did this even for the Mario movie, where which I guess I kind of get because
That's how actual Mario lore works.
Mario was originally a plumber from Brooklyn. And they kind of took things from the Super Mario Super Show where they found themselves into the world of the Mushroom Kingdom. Okay, so I guess I can kind of get that. My bad, Mario movie. I still love you. But I just feel like I feel like those types of like, oh, we're in a new world is kind of overdone. If they just kept it grounded, kept it animated, and also just a recast would have been nice. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. When Jason Momoa was casted for the Minecraft movie with Jack Black, I thought he was gonna be.
Steve.
I thought he was gonna be Steve because I thought
Yeah.
it fits. When I think of Steve, I think of this rugged dude who's seen some shit. You know what I mean?
And then we get Jack Black.
Yeah, and then they got Jack Black, and they're even making action figures of this motherfucker.
It's literally just Jack
It's just
Black.
Jack Black in a blue shirt and pants. That's it. That's an action figure that a bunch of kids own now.
I can imagine the one kid who's like at a Target or something, like tugging on his dad's pant, like being like, Daddy, I want the oversized middle-aged man action figure.
It's the guy that says chicken jockey.
Like it's so.
While we're still on the topic of doing things differently for the Minecraft movie, I definitely wanted to bring up a version of the Minecraft movie that almost got made a couple years back.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
please
So,
do. I don't
yeah.
know many details.
Yeah, for sure. So so for those who may not know, which I can imagine it's quite a bit of you, but the Minecraft movie was in development hell basically ever since the game first came out. So at least 15 years. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
I'd say so. Hang on, let me do the math. It first
That would be
like,
2010.
2010, so 15 years.
Okay, so give or take 15 years. Anyways, so yeah, it was in development hell for a very long time. It switched between a lot of directors, writers, a bunch of people hopping on and off the project. And at some point, at around 2016, Rob McElhenney was signed on to direct the Minecraft movie. Rob McElhenney was he's one of the creators of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Two completely different things, I know, but he signed on and he was very passionate about it because he loved playing Minecraft with his kid, and I think that was one of the main reasons he signed on. And I was trying to find plot details about his version of the Minecraft movie, but all I could get was that it was basically leaning very heavily into the whole open world aspect of it and making it really open ended so that anything can really happen with the story. And they really wanted to lean into the whole encouraging creativity aspect and just really doing that in a really heartfelt and genuine way. That's something that I really would have loved to see. But like all the other versions of the Minecraft movie before, it didn't happen. If I remember correctly, I think it was like a change of regime up at Warner Brothers that really just killed it. I think they changed like management or something, and over time, his version of the Minecraft movie was pretty much just sent out to die, and it did.
Did you know a little bit about the plot?
I can try to find something about it, but it would have followed the games a little more closely, while also being a little more like leaning into the open world aspect of the game itself. Steve Carell was actually going to play Steve in that version of it.
Let me look. I don't know. I forget what Steve Carell looks like. Let me go.
The Office, Michael Scott.
Michael Scott. Oh, that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't
He's
think
got really good in dramatic roles, so I can kind of see it.
I mean, I don't know. Well, there's definitely actors out there that are just being so oversaturated. I mean, take The Rock, for example. You see him in
Yeah.
Yeah.
everything, and and every time you see him on a movie screen, because in Jumanji, like he plays like Dr. Bravestone or whatever his name is, and you don't be like, oh, that's Dr. Bravestone. He's so cool. No, you're like, oh, that's The Rock. Like
Yeah.
you don't see him as anybody else but The Rock. He plays himself in every single movie.
He really does.
And I feel like the same thing is happening with Jack Black, where you see him in everything and he's just playing Jack Black.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like just a little more variety is what I'm saying that I'm asking for.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm alone in this, but
I have so many things that I wanted from a Minecraft movie that I have 4 Minecraft movies, actually. It's like a whole I'm starting to write that. And it was just because I got home after we all watched it, and I was just like, we could do better. And so then I got over and got to work, and let me tell you, adding personalities to Minecraft mobs harder than you would think.
I mean, honestly, you can make the creeper like kind of like a arsonist type of character.
Well, I mean, because all of the monsters are still like monsters, but there are some characters, like some mobs in the game that are like almost humans, meaning all the villagers and illagers and all those types of characters. So they need to have a society and names and personalities. I need to explain why there's only like 9 humans. That's like it. I mean, there's a bunch of others from all the spin-offs and stuff, but I don't
I mean, what you could do to take a page out of Game Theory's book, if you don't mind.
shoot your shit.
Like in Game Theory, what they do is, I think this is like before Matt Pat left, but he mentioned that Steve is part of this master race of builders, and that like like the ocean monuments, the woodland mansions, the like just like the end portal, like was all made by this ancient race of builders.
Yeah, there is like the ancient builders type stuff in there. Like, ooh, I do have some of that.
Yeah, so Steve is like one of the last people of his race.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like thinking maybe it could be something like that. Like that could be like, oh, they got wiped out because the Ender Dragon wiped them all out.
I get you. Well, there is like actual lore in some elements of Minecraft merchandise that the ancient builders summoned the Wither and it like wiped a shit ton of them out, and they were like, "Oh crap," and banished it to the Nether. And so that's why there's a bunch of soul sand in the Nether and the Wither there.
I didn't find any details for McElhenney's version of the Minecraft movie, but I did find like what he based his pitch off of. He basically based his pitch off of the Lego movie for his version of the
Oh, yeah.
Minecraft movie.
Good movie. Well, if
Which
he
if you
based
ask
it
me-
on the Lego movie, that movie came out in like 2014.
2014, yeah.
It might have been only in development in hell for like the past 10 years, but I'm just splitting hairs at this point.
There were more directors attached to it before he was. Like Sean Levy at one point was attached before McElhenney was, and he wanted to do more like the Goonie style version of Minecraft. And McElhenney was very inspired by the Lego movie, and that would have been perfect, man. Like that could have worked beautifully. But like, Warner Brothers, they changing regime. They weren't focused on it, and I don't know. Now we got fucking Jack Black, Aquaman,
And a handful of others.
yeah, and a handful of other people and other shit. It's profitable, but it's still shit.
Yeah, Jack Black, Aquaman, a kid with a lisp, a 23-year-old who looks 14, and the black one. For
That's
representation.
Leota Adebayo from Peacemaker to you, sir.
We've been going for about an hour.
It was a movie, all right. One of
yeah.
the movies of all time.
So any final thoughts, fellas?
It was something. It was really something.
Chicken jockey.
Slime Cube.
I am Steve.
Oh, he said the line. He said the line.
At least now we know who he is.
Yeah.
That's sort of like the first line in the movie, actually.
Yeah, and then everybody went ape shit over it.
Yeah. But so do you mind if I take us all out?
Yeah, sure, go ahead, dog.
All right, fellas. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Bullinger Bastards podcast. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and now, fellas, I'm not sure if you heard, but we have a YouTube now.
Oh?
We have a YouTube. Well, we don't do video, but what I do is I kind of like have it where it just, when you click on it, it's just the titles screen, and then it's just us talking. So I just thought it would be a way to reach out to more people who don't exactly pay for Spotify or pay for or have an Apple phone or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
so and then we also have an Instagram, and then so every other thing I mentioned is all under Belligerent Bastards. Yeah, so please follow on Spotify and also follow on Apple Podcasts, and also please subscribe to our YouTube channel and fucking hit that bell for notifications.
Yeah.
And yeah, also follow the Instagram for cool little things, little updates on episodes. And I also recently posted the tier list from episode 2, so you should definitely check that out. And
I may have to as well.
yeah, who wants to say the phrase?
I'll do it.
It's all you, man. You opened us up.
All right, bastards out.
Bastards out! Bastards out!